Hello friends, welcome back. Today I wanted to start a new eyeshadow tutorial series here on my channel, and I want to start doing different eyeshadow looks with the different larger Morphe palettes that I have in my collection. And I wanted to start out first with this one in Flickering Sands. This is probably my favorite palette from these new ones that they launched last year. You can recreate this look with similar colors from your makeup collection, because I know that this palette, the shades in this are not like revolutionary, but I will say that the shadows are really amazing quality. So if you do like a palette with bronzy shades and you've been on the fence about whether you want to get this palette or not, it's definitely worth it. First, I'm just gonna prime my eyelids with the Milani eyeshadow primer. You always want to use an eyeshadow primer just to keep your eyeshadows lasting, vibrant, and to keep them from creasing. And this is by far the best eyeshadow primer out there, so I highly recommend the Milani eyeshadow primer. Okay, so like I showed you guys, I'm going to be using this Flickering Sands eyeshadow palette from Morphe, and this is just one of my very favorite eyeshadow palettes. Like, I love all the eyeshadow palettes from Morphe. They are so good. So I'm so excited to be doing this series for you guys. I'm going to first go in with the shade here, and I'm just using the Morphe M332 brush. And I just focus the color first here in like the outer V area, and then just take whatever's left and brush it in towards this way. And just kind of take that shadow, like blend it upwards. This color is just going to be peeking above the others that I'm going to use. Also, I do have a cold sore that is healing up, so I was trying to wait and film my videos until after this healed up, but it was just taking way too long, and like I probably would have had another week of no videos if I waited for this thing to heal up, so I just had to go ahead and film regardless. Also too, I'm doing my eyeshadow before I do my foundation, just because I might want to kind of clean up the edge here, and I am using darker shades, so I may have a little bit of fallout. That's always what I do if I'm using a lot of darker shadows. Even if it's a palette that I know I don't really have a lot of fallout, I still, for the most part, like to do my eyeshadow first, just to ensure that if there is any possible fallout, I can just clean it up. Next, I'm going in with the darkest brown. And I'm using that same brush, and first I'm just applying that shadow like this, like kind of pulling it up, and then I'm turning, so the brush is like this way, and then I'm turning the brush that way and blending in towards the crease this way. And as you can see, like that creates like a V shape there. And I'm just gonna also kind of blend some of that color here on the eyelid. But yeah, with that darker shade, I'm not getting any fallout at all. I'm just using a dry washcloth, and I'm going to just go back and forth with this brush to kind of wipe off that darker brown shade. And then I'm gonna go back with that first color that we used in the crease, or that I used in the crease. And I'm just gonna lightly blend around the edge of that darker color, and just also make sure that you can really see this shade in the upper crease here. Then on the eyelid, I'm gonna go in with this darker bronze shimmer color, just tapping off the excess, and I'm applying this with the Morphe M303 brush. So I'm just patting that on and patting some of that over top of that dark brown. And it really doesn't take much of that shadow at all. Like, you could even use your finger to apply this color. And for my foundation today, I'm gonna use the Maybelline Lifter Plump and Glow. And I'm gonna mix 118 and 110 together. So this foundation is a really thick foundation. First, put some here on my nose. I just like to do this because I find to get better coverage on my nose if I go ahead and put some foundation there and just let it sit for a minute while I'm blending the rest of the foundation out on the rest of my face. So, and I'm just taking my dampened Wet n Wild makeup sponge. And that could also be another reason why it takes me a little bit more foundation to get like a good medium coverage. Since I'm using like a dampened sponge, it kind of thins out the formula a little bit than if I was to use a brush. I'm just not really big on using makeup brushes for blending out foundation. I think it's just like one of those things, like whatever you get used to, you end up just coming back to. And I'm just so used to using makeup sponges to blend out foundation that it feels so foreign for me to use a brush. I was thinking about this the other day, but do you guys remember, I think it was called Healthy Skin Foundation from Maybelline. It was like in a bottle like this, but it had like a blue pump and a blue lid. It came out in, I'm trying to think now when that probably came out in 2015, the Healthy Skin Foundation. That is what this foundation from Maybelline makes me think of. I'm like, I wonder if this is like that exact same formula as their Healthy Skin. And I used to love that foundation. It was like one of my favorites. And then they discontinued it, so. But I do really like this foundation, this Plump and Glow. Okay, and for my concealer, I'm gonna use the Lifter concealer. I'm trying to use this a little bit more, and I don't know, in my review of these new Maybelline makeup products, if you haven't seen that video yet, I'll link it above in the cards. But in that video, I was saying that I wasn't in love with this concealer. But I do feel like since I filmed that video, I've been using it a little bit more and it's been growing on me. So it's just like one of those concealers that maybe I need to just get used to how much I apply of it and all of that. And I've been trying to be really good about hydrating, like keeping my under eyes moisturized really well. But the shade that I'm using in this concealer is shade 25. Then to set the under eyes, I'm just going in with my L'Oreal Blurfection powder. This is just in the translucent. And I just got that on the triangle velour puff. And I'm just dabbing off some of the excess powder and then just going in and lightly setting the under eyes. Yeah, I feel like this concealer just doesn't look good on my left eye. Ugh. See, that's why I just can't get down with that concealer. It's like sometimes I use it, it looks good. Other times I use it, it looks awful. Okay, I'm gonna take a makeup remover wipe and redo this side. Ugh, it just looks bad. I know maybe on camera it wasn't looking terrible, but in person it just was looking patchy and not great. It's like this side looks okay. Just going back to touch up some of the foundation there. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna put this in, I don't know, to give to someone else pile, because that is just not working for me. I'm not just gonna use something just to use it up. If I really don't like the way it looks, I'm gonna declutter it. Okay, I'm just gonna go in with the Rimmel, the Multitasker Concealer on this side. Like, this concealer always looks good. She never fails me. And maybe like once I get this eye set, you'll be able to see the difference in the other eye versus this one and how much better that Rimmel concealer is. Okay, I'm just going in with the L'Oreal powder. And hopefully you can see the difference here. Like, this just conceals better, it brightens better. I do not like that Maybelline concealer. And it's like, honestly, like I'm considering, like, do I take this off? Because I feel like my under eyes look so different. So I think I am gonna do that off camera because I feel like this one just doesn't look great compared to the other one now. Okay, I fixed my under eye concealer and everything is right in the world now. I'm gonna go ahead and set the rest of my makeup. I'm just so picky with my under eye concealers. I don't know, I feel like a lot of other people can use a lot of different concealers and they look good. Me, on the other hand, I only have like a handful that I really like and recommend. So, I don't know. Some people, that Maybelline Lifter Concealer might be one of their absolute favorites, but for me, it's not good. Like, it clings to dry areas or it just settles into fine lines. I don't know. It just doesn't cover good. And then for my eyebrows today, I'm gonna use this new e.l.f. Microfine Brow Pencil, and this is in the shade Deep Brown. So I'm just first brushing through my eyebrows. And I've actually really been enjoying this product. It is waterproof, it lasts, like it doesn't smudge or fade throughout the day. And I just like how fine the tip is on this. Like, you all know how much I love the Maybelline Build-A-Brow, and that was my go-to brow product. But this week I've just been using this brow product and I've really been enjoying it. And I like this shade in Deep Brown. It's a really good match. And then I'm just using the brush to comb back through the brows just to kind of blend that out. And then to set my brows in place, I'm just going in with a Maybelline Super Lock Brow Glue in the shade Deep Brown. So sometimes you have to like wipe the tip of this off really good. It's like my only complaint about this is I wish that the brush was smaller on this, but I do like the actual product. And I like the color on this. Like, it doesn't look too gray. I feel like a lot of like brow gels just end up being really gray. And this has like a good warmth to it, but not like too warm. Then for the lower lash line, I'm gonna use this shade here. And I'm just using the Sigma Pencil E30 brush. And I'm going to blend that shade here on the lower lash line. And you could stop here and not add any eyeliner, but I've really been into using pencil eyeliners and smudging them out and actually using them on my waterline. Like, I've just been enjoying really smoky eye looks. So I've been using this Revlon Color Stay eyeliner. This is in Black Brown. It's just like one of those retractable pencil liners. So I'm gonna first just line my upper lash line here. And then I'm gonna take just a little bit of that and wing it up like this. Pull it over. I mean, it's so subtle. And then I'm going in with the Morphe M401, just the angled brush side, and I'm just kind of smudging that liner out just ever so slightly. It's like you just want enough liner to kind of deepen up the lash line a little bit and just pull up the outer corner. And then I'm also going to take some of this here and put it on my tight line, my upper waterline. And I'm also going to take some and put it here in my actual lower waterline. And this pencil will stay in your waterline, like it doesn't migrate to the inner corner. It lasts like all day long. So I love these Super Stay eyeliners from Revlon. They are really good. Just taking a little bit more of that liner and smudging it in like the lower lash line area. For my bronzer, I'm going to use the CoverGirl Skin Enhancer. This is their Baked Luminous Bronzer in Honey Bun. And I've been loving these baked bronzers so much from CoverGirl. I have the shades in Honey Bun and Toasted Butterscotch. And I like them equally the same. So I just kind of use them interchangeably, honestly. I do think that Honey Bun is slightly like a little bit more goldeny and a little bit more warm than Toasted Butterscotch. That one's got just slightly a little bit more of like a reddish sort of undertone. But I ordered some of the new Milani baked bronzers and some of the new shades of like their baked blushes and baked highlights. So they're supposed to be coming today. So I'm really interested to see how I like these. Like they kind of, I don't know if they changed the formula at all, but they definitely changed the packaging on their products. And I have like a Milani baked bronzer, but the ones that they have released, like the new ones, are different than these. Like this one is in the shade Glow, and like their shade names are completely different. And I think like the undertones aren't quite as warm as like this one. So I'm just really curious about these new baked bronzers from Milani. So I'll definitely be filming a video soon on those. Like I can't decide if I want to do like a first impression kind of video or if I want to use them for a little bit and get like a good opinion on them before I film a video. Like I don't really know what I want to do. And I used to do videos where I would do like first impression week reviews, like where I would use it for the first time and then kind of come back throughout the week and give updates on the products. So maybe I'll do a video like that. Like, I don't know. I guess we'll just see what I decide to do. But I just think this bronzer gives such a healthy glow to the skin. And I love this color. I might actually take just a little bit of this bronzer and lightly brush it in the crease too. I think I might actually just use this bronzer as my blush too. Like just kind of take it up as like my blush. This is just going to be like a very bronzy look today. And I think I'm actually going to skip a highlight too. So we're just very bronzy, no highlight, no blush. And then I'm going to go ahead and set everything with the Scandinavia Makeup Finishing Spray, just lightly. And then for my mascara, I think I'm going to just use, I'm trying to figure out what mascara I want to use. But I'm just curling up my lashes first. But I think I'm just going to use my tried and true, the Maybelline Lash Sensational. This is just in the shade Blackest Black. Now, normally I probably would have done like a lip liner and a lipstick with this look, or Maybelline has some like new shades of their Superstay Teddy tints, and I picked this one up recently, but this is in Coffee Date, and I think this is so, so pretty. This would be beautiful with this look. But since I'm dealing with this cold sore, I don't want to put anything matte on it, and I also don't want to use lip liners just because it's healing and I don't want to mess up with the healing process. So I'm going to use the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil. This is in Jam Session. And I'm trying not to get this on like the wand on the cold sore too much. Like just kind of get it on my lips and then smush it to blend it over top of the cold sore. But yeah, I think like a brown gloss is so pretty with this. Like this is just like overall like a brown makeup look. You could go in with a lip gloss like this. This is from Maybelline. This is their Lifter Gloss in Toast, which is a darker brown. Yeah, that's really pretty too. So here is the final makeup look. Just like a really nice bronze makeup look and bronze smoky eye. Like this is just becoming one of my favorite makeup looks to do right now. But I'm gonna be doing several other eyeshadow looks with this eyeshadow palette. I want to do a series like I was doing with the Wet n Wild Always Naked and Wet n Wild Always Blushing palettes. I'm gonna try to do anywhere from like 6 to maybe 10 looks with this palette, just depending on how you guys are liking the series. But I want to do this with all 4 like larger Morphe palettes that I have in my collection. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.